Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 25 of my 1.5 versus 6 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against a team of 6 Emperor AI, although I did begin the game with an AI teammate set to Lord difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Goblin Rogue, Gnulsa Nightstar. In our last episode, we positioned more of our troops to attack the throne city of another of our opponents. In this case, the throne city here is Slotor, and that belongs to our goblin opponent, Gnarlspin Lurkersleven right here, who is an archdruid. So you can see here that we've actually got Volinara and her stack of Shadow Stalkers, Earth Elemental here, and a Naga Guardian. And then we've also got another Earth Elemental that's been summoned as support. And then right behind Volinara, we've also got Beneaths, and her kind of mixed group here. She's got a very powerful Dwarven Firstborn and an Eagle Rider that's extremely strong. Not to mention a pretty powerful Slither and a few other units here as well. And then, of course, some additional flying units that are providing some assistance here to Beneaths, just protecting her as we move in. And once both stacks are in range of the Throne City, I think we're going to have all-out war and see if we can, at the very least, deal a very strong blow to Gnarlspin. Although I'm not sure where Gnarlspin himself is. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled. But in any case, in this episode, we're going to, again, continue to press and see what we can do. But before I dive in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Samuel Gomes. Now, Sam pointed out that Volinara is, at this point, extremely powerful. And I completely agree, and a large reason for this is due to the items that Volinara has gradually been accumulating over the course of this game, and I've been really trying to get her some powerful items. You can see here we have this Steel Panther armor, which gives us defense and, most importantly, martial arts. And then we also have this very, very powerful mythical headgear item, extra defense and resistance, not to mention a very, very powerful mount that provides lifesteal, along with blight protection, which is very, very strong. We also have here, between the Sapphire Loop and the Amulet of the Ocean Soul, we have 100% frost protection. So if we scroll down, you can see that Volinara is immune to frost and has resistances to fire, spirit, and blight. So very, very powerful hero. And of course, she also has Resurgence, which makes her able to basically be killed off and still come back as long as I win the battle. And here you can see she has greater lifesteal, and that's due to, I believe, the spider mount, and then I think I might have actually given her lifesteal as well, because I don't think she's getting it from any other items. So, in any case, Volinara is extremely powerful. I completely agree with Samuel on that one. And I'm going to try to leverage her in this upcoming battle, that is for sure. The next set of comments here is from Albtrom. Albtrom pointed out that in his opinion, I'm doing a pretty good job of expanding and also moving my armies to the front lines of battle. And I appreciate that, because that is really kind of what I've been trying to do, especially in the last few episodes. I just want to jump underground because, as well, we're also going to start that process underground. So we've got, as you can see here, we've got Gnulsa and her little group that she's kind of babysitting as well. We're trying to recruit additional units as we go. We're going to bring Gnulsa in to attack Olarmian, who is very, very powerful, but we're also going to simultaneously bring some forces down through this cave entrance right here, as you can see. And so what we're going to do, if we jump back underground, we're going to bring our units down and bring Gnulsa in kind of through here at the same time and try to kind of pincer and attack the cities here, and then really start picking up momentum, with the goal being to kind of drive a path forward through Olarmian's territory. So we're going to be coming down and attacking Gurgu and Mournholm, it would appear. And then once we've done that, we can go through Durlag and then maybe Ramond and eventually get to Ambrudor, which is the throne city of our dwarven opponent. So that's kind of that side. And then we've also got some troops over here. Again, we're eventually going to target Takonda. And if I remember correctly, I do have some... Yes, here they are. I have a Shadow Stalker force. You can see them right here. And we're going to try and sort of headhunt Takonda if we can. So, again, we're doing a good job of getting our troops to the front. And I've also, as Albtron pointed out, I now have a number of settlers being produced here in my throne city. So you can see in Umboku, we're pumping out goblin settlers, and the goal there being we really want to increase our cities, essentially, and what we can bring in with our cities. So here might be a good example, getting this Heart of the Blight, just as a point there. So I appreciate the assessment from Albtrom. The next comment here from Albtrom is that I just need to make sure I'm remembering to do as much scouting as I can with my flying units first, and that's especially important in the context here of a mixed set of units where I have to embark some of them, because when you embark, unfortunately, that does take all of your movement for that turn, more or less. So, again, even though I've got the map explored here, thanks to my Explorer perk, that I was able to basically reveal the entire map, we still have the Fog of War here, so I can't quite see what's hiding, even though I know the terrain. So in order to kind of optimize my unit movement, it would be good to use my flying and floating units here, like my Succubus or my Shadowstalker, to make sure that I'm scouting ahead so I know what units I'm going to be fighting, and that can help me make the best decisions. So I appreciate that one from Albtrom. Albtrom also mentioned that, and this is in reference to what was really kind of a sloppy battle on my part. I believe it was down here with Zhang's troop. Yeah, it was. I had cleared out this Wizard Tower ruin, if I remember correctly, and I used Zhang, and I really had a heck of a time in that battle. I ended up wasting some casting points, but thankfully nobody ended up being lost in that battle, so we were in good shape. But the battle itself, I made some maybe not so great decisions, and what Albtrom pointed out is that I actually sort of had a little bit of an unnecessary panic as my units were panicked. So effectively what happened is, I think if I remember correctly, Zhang and one of my other units were panicked, and they were going to retreat from the battle. But what Albtrom is pointing out here is that Zhang's panic, or the fear that he had after attacking the Eldritch Horror, was actually going to run out before it did anything else. And, of course, I didn't realize that and was trying to dispel it and whatever else. So just a good reminder there to, when the panic sets in, do not panic. So I like that from Albtrom. As always, thank you to both Albtrom and Sam for those excellent comments and suggestions. They're extremely appreciated. So now, let's dive into the episode. We've still got a lot to do, and I want to see if we can start putting the hurt on Gnarlspin here. So let's see. We've got some boats that we haven't quite finished moving, and I think I was maybe gonna... So we have our other stack here, and they're in really good shape. They've got the builder there to take care of them. I might just keep these ones kind of here to maybe sort of babysit my settler as it moves out. We're going to leave these units here because eventually we are going to, in one turn, we're going to be absorbing the city of Lington here. That said, we could start sending... We don't necessarily need all three of them to guard the city here. So you know what? Maybe we'll send the foot guard in. We'll leave these two back behind to guard. And the foot guard can advance like that. Yeah, there we go. What else we got? So these guys can just chill, and they'll be able to guard the city here. And that's going to do it for our turn. We were right at the end of our turn. So just to double check, yeah, all these are join offers. None of these are going to be alliance proposals. So we will end our turn there. And let's let the turn flip over and kind of see what happens. So the big things I want to watch here as the turn is flipping over, we want to see if Gnarlspin's going to do anything kind of fancy here to try to reinforce his throne, perhaps. And of course, we always want to keep an eye on Alarmian, because I know he's extremely powerful, and he's quite spread out underground. So now, thankfully, we are guarding the way that he's going to come up, which is right here. So we've got a decently powerful stack sitting right on the cave entrance, which would force him to fight me one stack at a time. So that should be kind of a mitigating factor in terms of stopping Alarmian from coming up here in this area and then attacking either of my vassals, either Lington or my vassal up here, the village of Sinoon. So let's go back up and, yeah, okay, it's Uriana's turn. We're going to keep an eye on Gnarlspin here just to see if anything kind of fancy is going to happen. I suspect we're not going to get to see much, but we might catch a glimpse of somebody coming out of this cave entrance here, perhaps, because presumably he has spread underground as he has goblins. And again, it would be interesting to see if we can locate Gnarlspin himself, because if we're able to take his throne and kill Gnarlspin himself, that's exactly how we were able to finish off Reynald Quazarin, the Nomad Warlord, in that as we took the throne city, we also killed Reynald himself. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch to eliminate the opponent. Obviously, that would be a very desirable outcome, as that would save me a lot of headache. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kind of track him down and see if I can, figure out where he is and kill him off in time while I've got the throne city captured. Otherwise, he would just migrate the throne city over to another city. You know what? While Uriana's going, I'm going to jump back over here just to kind of refresh my memory a little bit. So I definitely was thinking about, as well, attacking the throne city of my orc opponent here, Nekras, and that belongs to my orcish opponent here, Grelka Greenclaw, who is also a druid, just like Gnarlspin. And I was kind of entertaining the idea of maybe having some troops go over there, but for now, we have this stack that's been just kind of doing some clearing. But I am eventually going to, I think, send Nero, who's in the Shadow Realm, over there. So just to really quickly jump over. So my plan with Nero, so here's Nero's stack, very, very strong. We're going to try and get Nero to head for this Shadow Gate right here. You can see it. I always zoom out to see that up and down arrow. So we're going to have him go through there. He'll come back out on the surface, and then he can head over basically to the immediate west and go for the throne city of our orcish opponent. So Olarmian is moving. I'm not really seeing anything. I was also concerned maybe he'd come out and attack Gnulsa herself, but I mean, that's kind of unlikely given that he's probably reinforcing his position in his cities. I think I just heard him summon something. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, he's presumably just beefing up his defenses. Okay, Gnarlspin is moving. Let's see if we can catch anything. See anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see anything, but we'll keep our eyes peeled here. Yeah, so just kind of assessing my force that I have here. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's summoning. Yeah, so not really a huge surprise. He's guarding up his throne city, which makes sense. Oh, and look at this. So Grelka is attacking my little city down here. You know what? We'll do this manually, and let's see if maybe I can, through a combination of maybe some spell casting here. Let's see. Okay, so I was thinking Safeguard. We could do a Frost Missile. What's that going to do? Decent damage. Let's see what else we've got. Panic Attack. Can't be affected. Yeah, you know what? We will do a Frost Missile. Let's see if we can even the odds in this battle a little bit. There's that. Because I don't want to lose the city if I don't have to, right? We'll retreat back. I wouldn't be surprised if Grelka hits me with a spell. Oh, okay. Or not. We'll do one more, and then that should be enough to kind of even the odds. So now we're at 23 health. I think we'll be just fine. And we're going to let the unicorn come to us. Oh, and there's a Vengeful Frost. Okay, so I guess 2 can play at that game. You know what? We're going to hit it with one more just to make sure. All right. Now let's see. Can we get the kill? Oh, yeah. Very nice. Okay. So I know I used up a lot of casting points, but at least we got to keep control of the city. It's kind of costly, though. That's for sure. So we have to be careful because that means Grelka is kind of creeping around over here. So, might have come up from the underground, perhaps, or just has units that are out and about. So we might need to reinforce our city over here. Okay, and our undead are under attack. This will be a... oh, okay. So this stack is my other stack of undead, so we can do this one quick and just eliminate these pesky roaming undead. So, good opportunity here to grab some experience with our Draconian Elders. And we'll just let them come straight to us here. And there we go. Alright, so our caster can step up. Get the kill there, no problem at all. Same story here. Oh yeah, no problem. And then we'll just let them come right up to us. Very nice. And then our Elder can step up, do some damage, and then we can get the finish over here. Perfect. Nice level up too with our caster, so. All right. So once it is, ooh, and there's some more roaming units, so we'll have to make sure we keep the city defended because obviously, obviously it's still at risk. And our dwelling is, yeah, there we go. We just finished a Wraith King, so you have to remember to do something with him, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, so Domain Invasion, that was dealt with. Items have arrived. Ooh, and look at this, our Stone Dwarf Guard. This is an absolutely beefy shield. So that's now arrived for Beneaths, it looks like. Yeah, ooh, that is hefty. Look at this thing. Absolute monster of a shield. Now, let's see. Does anyone else need a decent shield item? No, everybody else is pretty... I think we'll just sell off the quiver. And... there we go. Okay. So, another item has arrived. Ooh, and this is the Staff of Divine Vengeance. So now, Volinara has access to that. Which is pretty great. Okay. So, how far can Beneaths get in there? Okay, we can't quite get all the way, but we can get close. So, what we might want to do is use our floating units here to just get the lay of the land a little bit. Okay. Maybe one more. Okay, there we go. So very, very well defended here. We've got a King Shock Serpent, some Trebuchets. Oh, and look, there's Gnarlspin himself. So here's an opportunity. Oh my goodness. So there's a King Reed Serpent and a King Shock Serpent. So this is not going to be an easy battle, that's for sure. That said, though, I mean, we've got some absolutely powerful units here. So let's kind of group up. We'll move our aquatic stack in here. And then I think with Volinara, we'll just kind of hang out like this. And then next turn, we should be able to just charge in and really do the battle here. So, let's see. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really, really good one. And I think we'll be in good shape for it due to all of our Shadow Stalkers. And, yeah, look at this. I mean, we've got 4 really powerful Shadow Stalkers, a Succubus, and then we've got, I think, 2 Earth Elementals. Yep. Not to mention, then, we've got this Eagle Rider that can fly over the walls, and this extremely powerful Firstborn, and Beneaths is an absolute beast, as is Volinara, so I think we're in really good shape there. Although this will not be an easy battle by any stretch. But I think we're in really good shape there to keep that one going. So we will keep bringing in some units just as a little bit of backup, though. So we'll move on over like that. And then let's see what else we've got here. So we'll just kind of pan through our units, make sure we've... There we go. Okay, so yeah, and we're still producing galleons here in Ding, which is excellent because they get the benefit of that Flow Rock Citadel, and they're getting extra health, which is great. So we can send them up, send this one up. So we're building up a stack here to eventually go and do something with. In the meantime here, our settler, I think we're going to probably send up to build a city right over here. That's going to be kind of the plan. So this settler is going to go right over here. And we'll figure out exactly where we want it. I'm thinking kind of right around here, probably. Be nice to get the benefit of some of these structures, although this city might, if Kenton grows a little bit, it might get at least this trading post. But we could put the city kind of right in here. We'd have the inn, the tomb, gold mines, and then, and most importantly here, the Heart of the Blight for the extra casting points. So I'm liking that. This stack. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to probably head north, maybe clear out this pirate's nest, and try and get kind of closer to the enemy throne city up here in Takonda. So I think that's going to be the game plan. So what we'll do is we'll just proceed north. We've already sent some ships up this way, so like a lot of these structures are already cleared out. So I don't necessarily need to worry too much about that. So we'll just kind of keep going that way. Now let's see if we had any alliance proposals. That's the other thing we should look at. There is one. Oh, 88 gold, absolutely. Excellent there. So there's another orcish vassal. And that, yeah, of course, this stack was doing a lot of clearing. Really good work on their part. You know what? We can head over and clear this out while we're in the area. You know what? Sure, let them run. We'll just sell this off. Rod of Lightning Charge. And you know what? We might as well keep heading this way. We can go grab this Draconian city since we're in the area anyway. Let's see. Lots of production here. Oh, there we go. Okay, we have a Feathered Serpent that we've produced, which is excellent. So this is great because Feathered Serpents are floating units of magical origin that can heal. So that's the big thing here. And they're also getting benefit of Meditate thanks to our Spiritual Freedom buff on the city. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Feathered Serpent. And we actually, I think it would be nice to try to catch up to some of those other units, the Shadowstalkers up here, that are kind of heading in to try and clear out, eventually clear out Takonda, if I remember right. Yeah, that's what we had sort of thought about, what we had planned. So let's use this stack to clear out the undead here. This should be fine in auto combat. Yep, no worries there. Fire Wyvern. That's a pretty good mount. But, you know, I can't remember what Zhang has for a mount. This might be a good one for Zhang. You know what? I'm going to take it. And if it ends up not being worth, I'll just sell it. But I seem to recall at least one of my heroes could benefit from a flying mount. Actually, Beneath's could here. Raptor mount is good, but this Wyvern mount is better. And that would also stop us from having to do floating as an upgrade there, because that was the plan with Beneath's eventually. Nero's got a pretty solid mount with the Warg. Zhang is going to have a Raptor, but again, that is a better version of the Raptor, more or less. Yeah, Gnulsa has it there, the Fire Wyvern. So yeah, I think we will... Let's see how long it takes to get there. That's the only question. That was right here. Yeah, let's see. Who would get it sooner? Beneath's can get it in 4 turns. That's not too bad. That's what we'll do. We'll send it over to Beneath's. Although we might just end up grabbing floating before it even gets there, but that's fine. Oh, and look at this. We can... Ooh, look at that. There's a Bone Dragon. Okay. Well, we'll move in and auto-combat our way through. There we go. Just like that, we got ourselves a high-health outpost, which we will start absorbing. Alright, so that stack's done there moving for the time being, so this group can... This individual, I guess, Shadowstalker, can move up to try to join. And then, again, ideally, we want this Feathered Serpent to join in with that stack to provide some healing. And I think we're going to just keep making Feathered Serpents because they can provide that healing to our other floating units, which is really, really good. Yeah, and then the rest of these are all just join offers. So yeah, we have that Wraith King. Let's decide where we want to send that. What's this? This is the Ogre, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. This Ogre needs to kind of keep on moving, make some additional contacts here. So he can make contact over here. Meanwhile, now the big question is, do we want the Wraith King to head over and join this stack? I think what we should actually maybe start doing is making another stack of undead. So let's do another caster. And then we can send that stack up this direction. So in the meantime here, let's just move off so we remember. We'll wait another turn or two and make a little army of undead there to continue our work. Now, as for Zhang, I mean, it would be great to get Zhang involved in the actual fighting here, like up on the front lines of battle. So that might be a way. Maybe we head north. We go kind of more for the area of Takonda. So if we go back underground, ooh, that's Shadow Realm. Whoops. So there we go. If we go back underground, we look at where Zorn is. So yeah, we probably want to head north this way. And then once we get up in this region, kind of turn up here. And then we can go up above ground through there. I think that's going to be sort of the game plan. So what we'll do is we'll take Zorn up. And we'll try and take advantage of these battles as we're moving through. Because why not? Yeah, I'll let them run. That's fine. Extra knowledge. That's great. We have some kind of miscellaneous undead units here. Might as well do something with them so they can keep on moving this way as well. This little guy's going to wither away to nothing if we don't heal him, but I'm not going to go out of my way for this trading post. I think we're going to just keep heading this way. Like that, and like that. And then what we'll do is we'll use Zhang to engage this battle. And I'm going to do this one manually just because I want to try to maximize some healing. And also maybe see if we can get that big beetle for a tunneler. Because that would be kind of nice. Alternatively, getting the Blight Doctor wouldn't be so bad, as that would give us Weaken, which improves our odds of getting a Ghoul Curse or... well, yeah, of getting a Ghoul Curse. I was going to say or a Conversion, but we're not going to be attempting that with this group of units. Alright, so our caster can heal up our Wraith King. And then our hero might as well heal up our Deathbringer. Very good. And then our Glutton can just step up here, as can our Wraith King. And what we'll do is we'll throw the curse. Oh, that's right. A lot of these units are immune to the curses, so because they have 100% blight protection. Ooh, and we got weakened. Yup. Kind of had it played on us. That's a little bit of an Uno reverse card right there. Alright, let's do a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, not nearly enough. I can't remember if Zhang has Inflict Despair or not. I don't think so. No. Okay, I didn't think so, but if he did, I was going to say we could attack with Zhang a little bit, but I think what I'll do here is I will just do a little bit of Mosquito... Oh, actually, Mosquito Darts isn't that great. Black Bolts, that's no good. What about Fire Bolts? That's no good either. Do a little bit of damage there, and then what we'll do is we'll step up. Our Glutton's going to take a pounding, but that's fine. Oh, and he swallowed him whole. Alright, that's totally fine. No opportunity to Ghoul Curse, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Meanwhile, our Wraith King can just step on up here. Tie up some enemies. Those Wraith Kings are so strong. Even with Weaken on them, they're still extremely powerful. Alright, so what we'll do is we will step up, jump in behind. Nice, we got the Ghoul Curse. That's great. Okay, I'm just trying to decide what would be best. So then we'll do this. There's that kill. And then we will step Zhang up. So we want to get some more experience with Zhang if we can. Do a little bit there. And then we can step up with our caster and get the kill. Alright, fantastic. Oh, and look at that. We got a tunneling item. So I'm going to take this just so that we have a tunneling item and we don't have to worry about it. I don't really care too much about the sandals. Those I'm going to just sell. But having a tunneling item is great because we are underground, of course. So if we do need to get through the cave walls, we have a way to do that now, which is great. And there's a Goblin Blight Doctor who can join in with this stack. Yeah, that's working out very, very well for us. Now, this group, I actually think I'm going to head maybe over here. And we could go... This would be a great spot to build a city, actually, if you look. Look at all this stuff. Boy, that would be a prime location to have a city. And there's another one up here. So, yeah, I think we'll head over here. Do some more fighting. I think this is a good one for an auto combat. Oh, and we lost the Elder. That's a shame. But that's always the risk you take with a... We're going to do a wooden wall there. That does make it so if we get attacked, we can't kite them. But it'll... Yeah, you know what? Let's do the wall. It'll be fine. That's the risk you take with auto combat, so... It is what it is. Alright, let's keep moving. Maybe clear out these undead while we're in the area. Yeah, let's go do that. You know what? We'll let them run. Not a very good shield. We'll sell that for the gold. Alright, so that stack's done its thing. What else we got over here? Our ogre's already done his thing. Right, okay, let's do Shadow Realm stuff. Alright. So now the big question with Nero is, do we want to go and clear this out? I'm thinking what we might be able to do is actually do this and send this group over. Yeah, exactly like that. And then we should be alright. You know what? I'll even do auto combat, even if we lose a few of them. Oh well. Okay, we lost the Berserker. That's totally fine. But we did get a cadaver out of the deal, so some torso gear we don't really need. And yeah, we can keep this stack moving once they've, well, next turn once they have their movement back. In the meantime, Nero's group, we're going to keep moving this direction. We can kill off these pesky little Shadow Demon larvae. Very nice. And then we can head up here. Perhaps make contact. Sure, let me know when you want to talk. And then what we're actually going to do, like I said, is we're going to head up for Cyphered and go for this portal back to the surface. The Shadow Gate, I should say. So yeah, we're going to head along the road here. Group up. And then we'll just keep moving. Yeah, we want to get Nero back into the fight because Nero is just so extremely powerful at this stage. Now, the other thing in the Shadow Realm, if I remember correctly, is back here. And that's producing these Storm Dragons. And as well, our Shadow Elf town that we're getting ready to produce Shadow Stalkers at. We're going to start sending our troopers up this direction to maybe group up at the dwelling up here. And then we can kind of use them to bring in some additional cities and kind of start conquering more of the Shadow Realm. I think is going to be sort of the game plan there. Alternatively, we could also redirect them to the front lines of battle if need be. Now, I do have to be careful moving a unit by itself like this, but I think I'll be fine. Anything else wild and crazy? So, a couple of buildings that have been finished. So, Srock now has a Builder's Hall, which is very helpful. Well, the city's growing quite quickly here, you can see, thanks to the wetlands. So, this might be a good opportunity to do... You know what, let's do the Siege Workshop and just really increase the production capability. Kenton actually has a Hall of Chivalry now, which is great. That means we can actually produce knights if we really wanted. Now, this is a city where we have to remember we need to throw on the buff before we start pumping units out, though. So, if we make the knight, it'd be great to have additional, again, to throw that that spell on there, Spiritual Freedom. So, you know what, let's do a Rider's Hall. That would improve our cavalry. The observatory, I was just looking to see if we did the observatory, nothing would be added to the border right away. Although the city is still growing, so... Yeah, let's do the Riders Hall. And then we can maybe start producing knights there once we have the buff on the city. Keep bringing all of our units up to join in here. That's obviously very important. Okay, we're readying ourselves to dive right in. And go after Olarmian, kind of full force here. You know what? I'm even going to rejuggle this stack slightly. Want kind of my most powerful units in that stack, so that's what we're going to do. So now we've got 3 Shadowstalkers, an Earth Elemental, a Succubus, and a Priest, which provides a little bit of healing there, which is good. Issel produced a storehouse. That's going to help it grow just a little bit faster, which is good. Oh, right, I was going to say, where's the army I had over in Issel? And they're right here. So yeah, we might want to cross the river and then try and take on these spawning structures and grab another elven city as a vassal, perhaps. Just looking at Issel for production here. Why don't we do Scoundrel just to have a unit to at least kind of be in the area. Meanwhile, this stack, I think we will jump into the water and go across. Gorold has produced a temple, and now we can produce Forge Priests, which is exactly what we needed. And that's going to allow us to have some healing for this Shadowstalker, which I would say, are in need of, that's for sure. I'm going to have this little guy move over here. And then we're going to take on this magic, Lost Library, I should say. I'm gonna roll the dice and try it in auto combat. Woo. Took some damage on the Shadowstalker, but he ended up being okay, and we didn't lose anybody. And we got a nice level up here, so... Nice. Okay, we got blind and some extra knowledge. That's good. This little guy can start heading back to guard the city. And I think this stack, we might just kind of head over, guard the city for a turn, and then we can head down and clear out the part of the volcano, which will get us all those extra juicy casting points. All right, so now this, we want to kill these undead, that's for sure. Let's do that. This is an auto combat for sure. Yeah, no trouble. Yeah, we can sell that gemstone. All it does is provide urban concealment, which we don't really need. You know what, we can clear this out to grab some extra casting points. That would be very helpful for us, so let's do that. It's another good auto combat opportunity. Excellent. Oh, fantastic. All right, that made a big difference. So we're back up to full casting points and then some, which is going to mean that when we summon this Spirit Elemental, we should have quite a bit of casting points left next turn. All right, so we'll regroup, and that's going to do it there. So now what else do we have? Just kind of jumping around. Yeah, this unit can just chill out. Just kind of panning through our armies here. All right, now this one, we were going to maybe create like a little bit of an army here to perhaps go in and start clearing out some of these other cities. So, yeah, you know what? Let's take this little stack and kind of send them up there. We've got a Shadowstalker coming, so once that Shadowstalker's ready, it could join in, perhaps, with this group. All right, just jumping around. I think we've covered pretty much all of our stacks, so that's pretty good. I think we still have a stack of boats, though, if I remember correctly, over here. Yeah, and we also have that Lizardman Quarreler in the stack. Really, really cool Tier 4 unit. So they were going to head over and clear out this Pirate's Nest, which is preventing me from absorbing this city. I wanted this city as a... not as a vassal, but as a fully fledged city. But I've been kind of unable to because there's nothing over here of mine to protect it. And you can see we've got roaming units galore and a spawning structure right there. So that's going to help us out if we can clear that out. Okay, and we've got this little army here as well. So let's see. What do we want to do with them? I was planning to send them up to join, but you know what? It might be worth actually going in and clearing out some of these other structures in and around this city and eventually bringing it in as a full-fledged city, like I was saying. You know what? Let's see. How strong? Oh, and these structures are all pretty well defended. I think we could probably handle this one in auto combat, perhaps. Oh, you know what? Let them run. Sure. There's some extra gold. Thank you very much. Ooh, this one's pretty well defended, so I think we might hold off. Yeah, we'll move in like that. There we go. What else we've got here? More miscellaneous Shadow Stalkers kind of moving up to the front, of course. Never a bad thing. Oops. Okay, and yeah, this one still has his movement, so here we go. Okay. Just kind of panning around. Trying to remember if I had any other kind of units here that were waiting to kind of do something with. Yeah, we've done our Shadow Stalkers up there. We've already moved our boat. Yeah, I would say we're in good shape. So I think what we'll do is we'll pick our research choice here, and we've got quite a lot of banked research here, so that, or banked knowledge, I should say, so we can finish something off right away. Okay, so irregular units would get extra movement, off the beaten path. That would both benefit irregulars. Fortunately, we don't. If we had 340, we could do both of these, but unfortunately we do not, so we have 337, so we can only do one of the two. Fight Revolt. You know what? This might be a good one if we're going to siege a city. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Get us a spell to help with a siege if need be. Smokescreen. Covers the entire battlefield in a thick fog, hampering the effectiveness of ranged combat. All friendly units gain +4 defense and resistance against ranged attacks. Wow, that's actually quite powerful. Especially during like a city siege or something where you're going to take lots of fire from the walls. Mass battlefield panic. Wow, attempts to panic all enemy units on the battlefield. That's super powerful. Yeah, I mean, it's a tier 6 spell, so guess I shouldn't be surprised at that. Let's start working on this one. That might be something we could take advantage of here. Let's just quickly peek underground with this stack and see what we see. Okay, I'm not seeing anything super crazy, but as we want to move Gnulsa kind of back up this way, so we're going to do that. And this stack right along behind here just to keep pace. So maybe in another turn or two, once Gnulsa is closer, we can use this group offensively. But for now, we're going to keep them defensive, and we're just going to position our troops there to basically act as a plug for that tunnel. This little guy I was sending up here. Remember what my eventual plan. Maybe, you know what, we can go up here and join this group. Yeah, so Gnulsa we've already dealt with. Oh, right, we have the group here down at Beb Jun, so we can do some more clearing, that's for sure. There's a tomb, a lost library that still need to be cleared. Pretty soon we're going to be able to make Shadow Stalkers here, which is really nice. You know what, I don't have to do anything too aggressive just yet. Just kind of looking around. I think, you know what, we'll head over like... Actually, you know what, we'll leave them right where they are for now. We'll wait another couple turns before we do anything crazy. And yeah, this stack, I think we're going to just keep where they are for now. And that's going to do it for the turn, so we'll end it there. Oh, I'm really excited. I think we might get to actually siege the throne here in this episode. I think we've got enough might that we can do it. As I said, though, it is not going to be an easy battle, especially if we look. So, Gnarlspin himself is, look at that. He's got throw swords, shoot longbow, throw chicken. So he's got lots of really powerful ranged attacks. He's level 7, so he's going to have some probably half-decent spells. And then, of course, we've got a couple of tier 4s. We've got a King Reed Serpent, and, of course, the King Shock Serpent, which is more scary in my opinion. Although, let's see, our Shadow Stalkers are... Yeah, so they don't have any protection against shock damage, which is why, like I said, the Shock Serpent is more scary, because we do have Blight protection, 100%. So I'm substantially less afraid of the Reed Serpent. I'm more afraid of the Shock Serpent. That said, I mean, if we look at the other units here, we do have a Shaman now, which is obviously very powerful, and a Big Beetle, which is decent, but... I mean, I think we'll be in good shape here. We just need to be, you know, diligent in our attack and make sure we try not to make any big mistakes or anything like that. We might have to take advantage of some of our spell casting, too, in the battle. Let's see. So, Volinara, let's take a look at what she's got. Okay, yeah, she's not going to be of any consequence in spell casting. Beneath's, on the other hand, can cast Harmonizing Energy or Sphere of Protection. And has enough to cast 2 spells, so this is a big heal, 30 health. That could be a game changer. Or this physical protection could be massive if used correctly at the right moment. So either way, at least with Beneaths, we have some good spell casting. Volinara is going to be not as helpful in that regard. But I haven't really been building her for that, so... Oh, I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to this one. Well, now we'll have to be kind of careful with where we position our units here, because we want to make sure we pull everybody in. And we could actually, if you look at the way that the opponent is positioned here, we could do it such that we don't bring in this stack, I think. Actually, you know what? If we moved our units here, like where the cursor is, and here, and then over here, and attack like this, I don't think we would even bring Gnarlspin in, which would be kind of nice. We could attack the city without dealing with Gnarlspin, and then kill Gnarlspin off separately, which wouldn't be such a bad idea. I might actually try that out. But yeah, we'll make sure we are very, very careful and deliberate in our movement in this upcoming turn. We also have to see if Gnarlspin's going to change anything here. I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of juggles the way he's got his troops. If he moves these 2 little guys and moves them into this stack, then I'll just have to fight everything. Or moves them in with Gnarlspin himself. We'll have to see if he does that. That would be the intelligent thing to do. Otherwise, I can divide his forces as I described. Okay, yeah, so he did play the intelligent move there. Oh, well, and he did produce another unit. Looks like he's got another shaman. Now, one thing to note is that this shaman is in a position where I could actually attack... Oh, never mind. Okay, so he is intelligent. He's moving them correctly. This is going to be a little bit more challenging now, so now I'm going to have to fight everything, and he does have 2 shamans. I mean, I think my Shadow Stalkers will just obliterate a lot of these units, but the Entangling Touch can be kind of nasty, and I believe Entangling Touch can affect my... Let me see. Where is it? Why am I not... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this can affect my Shadow Stalkers, although they should have some inherent resistance thanks to their physical protection. Yeah, so they have 60% physical protection. And I believe the Entangling Touch is like a physical check. Based on the symbol here, you can see. Looks like a physical symbol, so... Oh, and look at this. Over here, I do see something. So this is a unit belonging to Grelka, I think? Yeah, it is. So... Okay, so Grelka is bringing units over to try to take this city from me, so I definitely need to protect Leandris. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very exciting battle. Now, let's kind of think about strategy here. So, actually, hang on. Let's sort this stuff out first. So, okay, hang on. Volinara's got a level up. So, actually, this is really, really timely because we can give her things that might benefit her in the battle. Although, I'd really like for her to just have greater reanimate undead. So, I think I'm going to take that. Even though it's not necessarily going to really be of any assistance in this battle, this is super important for her. So, we are going to take that. Okay, now we still got 5 points, so let's think. Is there anything else we'd really want in this battle that's going to kind of make her that much more powerful? I mean, we could just buff her stats a little bit, I guess. But you know what? I think it's fine. I think I'm going to roll the dice here. I mean, I guess we could do Siphon Life. Or actually, Stiffen Limb wouldn't be bad. You know what? Let's do that. We'll do Stiffen Limb, and that way we can use this twice with our current casting points. So we'll do Stiffen Limb. There we go. Okay. Oh, we've gotten better at governing nomads. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Nomad Infantry gain Undead Slayer, or treasure rewards around Athla is increased by 20% gold and 20% mana. Interesting. All right, well, I'm probably not going to be using much in the way of Nomad Infantry, and I doubt I'm going to be fighting any undead, really, from my opponents, as no one's a Necromancer. Although I suppose one of them could have a Necromancer hero. So I think we'll go with the economic boost. We have an alliance proposal here from a Frostling city. 97 gold. Absolutely, I will accept. And then any other craziness before we... Oh, yeah. Goblin Vassal, 60 gold, 100%. We will accept that happily. Rabia Est has been absorbed. Okay, that's the former throne city of our warlord opponent. Ooh, and look at this. We can make nomad war elephants. Oh, that is cool. Oh, wow, and we can make nomad rocks. That's the tier 3 cavalry unit. Oh, that is really, really cool. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to make some of them. Nomad Barbarian, Nomad Desert Archer, Nomad Spearman. Oh, these units are cool. Nomad Chieftain. Oh, it's considered a support unit. Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to spend some time with these units and check them out. But for now, I'm going to do what I've been kind of waiting for. So what we're going to do is we're going to save the game real quick. Actually, hang on. We'll position our units. The reason I say I want to save the game is just in case something crashes, because obviously on a very large map size, sometimes things get a little wacky, and I would hate for us to lose where we are in this episode. Again, I am playing Ironman. I would not reset from a save unless there was a crash, but I want to make sure that I do this. Okay, so let's figure out our movement first things first. So it doesn't really matter at this point, so I was more concerned about it previously. I think we will basically embark right here. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then with Volinara and this stack, we can just kind of move on over. One thing I suppose we could do is have units join in with Beniefs to get some of the benefit. Like, I think Beniefs actually has... Oh, okay. There's some benefits like Spirit Shield, for example, to provide spirit resistance. I was going to say it might be better to have my Shadow Stalkers in with her, but I don't think it's really that big of a difference. And unfortunately now I've already moved them, so yeah, whoops. A little bit of a missed opportunity, but that's fine. Volinar will send up like this, and then this stack will move over here, and then we're going to engage the battle. But before we do, let's just do a quick save just to make sure in case anything crashes. We'll call this 0.5, and then we're going to do this battle. I think this is going to be a good one. All right, here we go. Closely matched. Here we go. So let's see. What are we facing? We've got 2.5 stacks, and he's got about 2.5 stacks as well. This is very close. I think we've maybe got the edge thanks to our Shadow Stalkers, but, you know, I mean, he does have those tier 4 units and some very powerful shamans, so, you know, we'll see. I think I would give the edge to me if this was just an auto combat battle, just looking at the arrangement of units, but he's also got the wall, so let's see what happens. Ouch, we took some big damage there from that root spear. Ouch. Okay, it's our turn. So now, who took that damage? I wonder, it might have been a unit that has regrowth. I wonder if he hit the Earth Elemental or something like that. Oh, no, it was the Eagle Rider, I believe. Okay, so the Eagle Rider took some damage. That's totally fine. You know what? We will use our Forge Priest to heal them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so first things first here, we're going to just start sending all of our units en masse right for the wall. Try and get over that wall. Kind of get in behind and start putting the hurt on them. The Naga Guardian can just draw fire is really the whole point there. Now, on this side of things, the Eagle Rider is kind of the only unit that can bypass the wall easily unless we want to send these units over, and I do want to do that. So we're going to move over like this, and we're just rotating. That's going to be the main thing here. We're rotating kind of to the left, and on this side, we're kind of pushing to the right. We're going to force them to divide their troops between our two armies is really kind of the game plan here. And then this Succubus can advance here as well. You know what? We can throw a curse. Sure, why not? Meanwhile, Beneaths as well can kind of move in to assist my units here. The Slither, I think, will just kind of advance up like that. And, of course, the Firstborn as well. We're going to eventually try to climb the wall. Beneaths is going to kind of advance alongside. Forge Priest has already done its thing. Back over here with Volinara, we are going to start casting spells. We're going to do some Stiffen Limb action. And you know what? We'll throw it on the big boys here. We're going to try to mitigate them. So we're going to do that. Presumably, this is going to be dispelled, but at the very least, we're going to force the opponent to hopefully use some spells on that. Use up some casting points effectively. All right, I'm just double checking. Yeah, we're in good shape. All right. Okay, so there was a dispel on my unit, which is kind of hilarious. Ooh, and I forgot about that blight weakness of those Earth Elementals. Ouch! Yeah, okay, so the Earth Elementals going to be a bit of a... going to be kind of dangerous using the Earth Elemental, although thankfully Regrowth is mitigating a lot of that damage. Okay, very nice. We can get our Shadow Stalkers up there and involved, which is what we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this one up like this. Massive backstab. We're going to... actually going to go over like this and then do this, get in behind, and do some devastating damage there. And then you know what? We're going to jump in. Do another backstab right there. Ooh, huge damage. Earth Elemental can step up. Volinara can advance as well. Now let's see, what do we have with Volinara? Shock Bolts. I don't think we have enough to maybe kill off this Shaman, unfortunately. It would be really nice if we did. Let's see. Yeah, no, unfortunately that's not going to be enough. That's fine. Volinara can just kind of chill. Now, thanks to her mount, she should be able to get over that wall without any issue. Let's see, where is it? Improved wall climbing. Yeah, unlike normal wall climbing, unit suffers no penalties while it's on the wall hex. So, actually, with Volinara, we could park right on the wall if we really wanted. And you know what? Maybe we'll do that. There she is. The only thing is, I didn't realize we can't put her in defense mode, which is a little bit unfortunate. The Guardian, we're going to step up just to try to take any aggro there, potentially. The Slither, I believe, can climb walls. Yes, because it is infantry. So we might do that. This guy, we're going to do the exact same. So there we go. The War Grider, we're going to just step up to kind of try and pull aggro, as I said. Meanwhile, the Shadow Stalker and the Succubus here can kind of advance. Earth Elemental, again, we do need to be careful because of that weakness, but... the Blight weakness, I should say. All right, now as for Beneaths, we can advance as well. The reason we want Beneaths getting involved is because Beneaths does have Inflict Stun, which is huge. Not to mention, Beneaths can also mend Magical Being, which means that if our Shadow Stalker takes damage or our Earth Elemental, we can drop a nice big heal, which might be a bit of a game changer for us, potentially. Now, the Eagle Rider, we don't necessarily want to get in there just yet, so we're going to fly over like this. Kind of want to wait for a little bit of backup before we just charge right in there gung-ho. Oh, and unfortunately that unit's weakened now. That really sucks. Yeah, and there's that poison susceptibility. Oh, and we got webbed. That sucks. Yeah, Volinara just got webbed. That's really, really unfortunate. Thankfully, those Shadow Stalkers are just decimate. Oh my gosh, and they're just freezing everybody. Absolutely disgustingly powerful. Okay, so now we can at least get some of our units up on the wall, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Shadow Stalker my way in like this. Do a nice flank shot there, and then go in and do some additional work here. Could do a wing beat, I suppose. Fly in, wing beat. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll step up with the Earth Elemental. Succubus can move up and throw a curse at Gnarlspin. Try to mitigate his movement a little bit. Try and bait him into attacking me there if possible. And then we will put our Firstborn up on the wall along with our Slither. Kind of hoping he'll go after the Slither. And then let's see if we can get a stun here. Okay, no stun, but we did a little damage. Chance to immolate, no such luck. Alright, now it's time to sort this business out. So yeah, Volinara, that was really unfortunate. Definitely want to kill off these Hunter Spider babies. We'll do that. And then probably attack the... Actually, you know what? Let's probably... I think we'll kill the Shaman. Yeah, there we go. And then over here, the Marauder's not really a big issue. But you know what? Let's just start chunking away at the enemy units. Why not? And then our Earth Elemental can step up. Ash the Big Beetle for some damage. And you know what? With the Naga Guardian, let's just start hitting that gate to try to entice them to attack. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm a little concerned about Volinara being webbed over there, but... Okay, there's some action going on. Ooh, and our... Yeah, not surprisingly, it was weakened, so... Maybe I shouldn't have sent that unit in there the way I did. If I can get Volinara over there before the battle's over, I could at least make a cadaver that has a ton of... Ooh, and our... Oh, man, our Naga Guardian got webbed. I could at least make a cadaver that's got a ton of experience on it. Petrifying Touch. You know what? Let's just kill. Yeah, there we go. And then get the kill here. Step up and get damage there. And then nice. Kill off that unit. Now, as for Beneaths over here, we'll do some work on the Shock Serpent. We were trying for a stun, no such luck. You know what? We can get our Slither in there. Hang on, what are our odds? Oh, we can't get a Seduction. Okay, that's fine. If we step up here... Yeah, that's not really going to do much. What about a melee shot? Yeah, let's fly in behind here. Turn him around. And then we should be able to get the kill this way. Excellent. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get in behind the hero, do some flank damage, and then another big backstab flank damage there. That was massive. And we can step up. A little bit of extra damage there. Wargrider can keep wailing on the gate and break through. This Earth Elemental now is able to throw its weight around a little bit. I think maybe what we'll do, though, is we will just park in defense mode here. Yeah, it's a shame I lost that Eagle Rider, but in retrospect, I probably should have kept it back, especially since it got hit by Weaken. Okay, and it looks like Gnarlspin himself died off there. Our Slither took a ton of damage, but we're going to just slip away to get our health back. Oh, and look at that. And it put us in a position to get a backstab flank. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that worked out pretty well for us. No complaints there. All right, let's see what else we've got. And the beauty here, too, is this King Shock Serpent ended up frozen. And that's, of course, because our Shadowstalker does have... where is it? Inflict Freezing Cold. Melee and ranged attacks can cause the target to be frozen. Frozen units cannot take any action. So that's what's causing that. And we also have Inflict Frostbite. That's pretty brutal. So yeah, these... And then Frost Aura. Every time an enemy unit performs a melee or touch attack against the unit, the enemy unit receives 5 frost damage and has a chance to be frozen. So between frost damage, and that's a boost from Dark Pact, which is unreal. Like that Dark Pact upgrade makes these Shadowstalkers, which are already very, very good, it makes them disgustingly good. And it gives them Shadow Step, which is just, you know, again, as if you needed more boost to this unit and extra defense. So, yeah, Dark Pact is very, very strong. I'm very happy that I have it. All right, so Volinara is now actually able to do something. So why don't we move in like this and get the kill on the Mammoth. Excellent. And then now we can wail on this Shock Serpent, so let's do it. All right, we'll step over like this. Oh my gosh, disturbingly strong critical there. And then we'll go for these... Well, actually, hang on. We've got a Shadow Step we can use. Sure, why not? There we go. We can attack the Trebuchet. Now as for Beneaths, we might as well start moving in here. Here we can do some work. Yeah, Beneaths can try and get inside the walls a little bit. Firstborn can move over. Ooh, nice. An Immolation. Can our Shadow Step get us? Oh, yeah, it can. Perfect. Ouch. A little bit of Filth Pit damage there. Nothing we can't handle. Oh, and I almost forgot. We also have that Settler over there. So, you know what? Let's see if the Succubus can actually... I don't know if it can seduce the Settler or not, but we can try. Now, as for Volinara, again, I don't think there's really any undead units here, but we could... You know what? Let's step over. Let's bring back the... Oh, actually, hang on. We could try and get all the way over and do the... you know what? That's kind of far away. Let's just do this. Oh, okay, I didn't know if it had any experience. I should have looked more closely before it died. That's all right. Again, I was trying to get a cadaver that had a lot of extra experience. Yeah, in retrospect, maybe I should have gone over and tried to grab the Eagle Rider. Alright, our Shadowstalker can just step in and get the kill. Earth Elemental. So, what I want to try and do is seduce the Settler, which, again, I'm not sure if I'm able to do. We're going to give it a shot. Well, that's interesting. Like, I can't attack the gate, and yet the gate still exists. Look at that. Stone Gate has 38 health, and yet I can't attack it or go through it. That's kind of strange. Oh, here we go. We can go eat some corpses for... I think that gives us a little bit of experience, if I remember correctly. As for Volanara, not a whole lot for her to do. So, yeah, let's see here. Can we get a seduction off? First, we'll try for a curse. Nice, and we landed it. That's great. I think everybody else that's needs to be inside the walls already is, so I don't have to worry about that. Volanara, however, we can at least step up. We can't quite get any damage. That's fine. All right, let's see. Can we get a seduction? Oh, we can try. 80%. Pretty good odds. Nice. There we go. We got ourselves a free settler. Just like that, there's another opponent that we've eliminated from the game. So, Gnarlspin is dead, and we've taken his city. Look at that. So, yeah, and again, the only casualty of war there was that Eagle Rider, which is a real shame because it had a lot of experience. And again, in retrospect, once that unit had Weaken on it, I shouldn't have charged it in there like that. But that's a small price to pay, especially now that we've got, oodles of Shadow Stalkers. Oh, that's so great. So yeah, that about does it for Gnarlspin. Out of the game now. That's huge. Absolutely massive. And look at that. Now we can try and grab some of his cities as well that used to belong to him. And there's our brand new settler, so we can try and settle another city. Let's see what we've got for items here from his heroes. Oh, look at this. Armored Scales. Unit is immune to armor piercing and has +1 defense. Not to mention +1 resistance. Oh, and look at this. There's a... Okay, throw swords. Throw swords at target enemy unit. Interesting. Or the throw chicken. That's always decent. Jewel items. Oh, and look at that. A fire wyvern. All right, we could actually give this to Beneaths now rather than waiting, which would be great. So you know what? Let's do that. Give this to Beneaths now. They'll have that next turn. And then she can start leading a stack of these Shadow Stalkers now if she really wanted. Meanwhile, Volanara's got a really powerful army, so I think we'll just leave her with what she's got. All right, so now the question, if we zoom out, I think we'll start heading for Goblin here, which is, I believe, the throne city of... that's Edward Portsmouth, so that's our Dreadnought opponent. So he's going to be a tough customer, and we have to really watch out for those flame tanks. So, actually having a Necromancer isn't the worst thing ever, because we do get a little bit of protection, thanks to protection from light, a little bit of fire protection for the stack. Although, yeah, that's gonna be kind of dicey. So yeah, let's start heading up that way. That's the next objective, is go there. So now, yeah, let's sort these items out though before we do anything else. Okay, the armor. Let's see if we have anybody who needs good torso gear. You know what? Beneaths could use better torso gear, because this is good, but we obviously could do better. Oh, yeah, that's solid for Nero. Zhang, again, decent, but could be better. Gnulsa has exactly that armor that we were talking about. So, yeah, I think Beneaths we could probably give that to. I would say that's probably better than what Beneaths currently has. Now, the only caveat there is if Beneaths isn't armored, which I don't think she is. No. Because I was going to say, being immune to armor piercing only matters if you're an armored unit, now that I think about it. So, you know what? That's maybe actually not all that powerful for me. If I had like a warlord hero who was armored or something, that would be incredible. So this one's very situational, I suppose. So yeah, we'll just start dishing out these items to some of our nearby heroes so they can sell them. The chicken might actually be good for somebody, so... these jewel items are, again, not particularly amazing. There we go. Alright, so we divvied out all the items. So now, yeah, Beneaths, I think we'll have Beneaths lead these 3 units, and then we'll try to add in some more, and then the rest will kind of just follow. You know what, we can even include the Slither because it can go across the water easily, so yeah, that'll be the plan. Very nice. And we're going to absorb this city now that we've conquered it. Gain more goblin cities is good for us. And of course, we can also now use our Summon Spirit Elemental spell to give another unit actually to Beneaths, which would be great. So I think we'll leave it here, though. I think that wraps up this episode. That was a great way to end it. Killed off another of our opponents here. Did we get... Yeah, here it is. I was going to say we should get the message saying that he lost. In turn 51, you captured the throne city of Gnarlspin Lurkersleven, who resided in the Void. So, 2 down, 4 to go. And the 4 remaining opponents here, you can see we have Edward Portsmouth. We have Uriana Asbandaria, the Nomad Sorcerer. Of course, Edward Portsmouth is a human dreadnought. Olarmian Robstone, the Dwarf Warlord, who I think is probably going to give us the most trouble. Although, I maybe shouldn't say that because I haven't yet really seen what Edward or Uriana kind of have in terms of strength. And then, of course, we have Grelka Greenclaw, the Orc Archdruid. So, we've still got 4 very different opponents, and, you know, anything could happen. So, let's zoom out. Boy, that's nice, though, having killed off another one of our opponents. As I said, we're going to save the game here. This time, we will call this one episode 25. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.